Hello, hello. It is day 15. I can't believe we're already finishing up our third week of our winter crush. I hope you all feel like you're crushing it so far. Sometimes it's more in just getting through the motions and mentally connecting. So at least if we're doing that, we are well on our way. So we're continuing with some kind of uncomfortable, uh, funky moves. A lot of actually what we're doing today, I haven't even really dabbled in much myself, so it'll be a learning curve for all of us. Let's start on our backs today to get a little warm up. Hopefully, if you were able to make yesterday's workout, your core is feeling um, good and tight and awake, woke. All right, hugging those knees in. Let's just take a couple deep breaths. And then extend your left leg long. Take that right knee over the body just for a second. Bring it back to center. And then I'm going to have you just extend straight up. And then bend it. Tuck it over. Check in with that back. And then extend it straight up. And then go ahead and lift your head and shoulders if you can. Tuck that leg back to you a little bit deeper. If it's way out here, that's fine. That may be what it looks like, but you're still grabbing that core. You're still extending through that leg. And then go ahead and switch. Now we're going to lie back down, tuck your left knee into the chest, and then rotate it over to the right. Oh, nice. And then come back to center, extend it up straight, tuck it in, roll it over. Reach that left arm out away from you, and then back to center, tuck it in, and then pull it up straight. Lift that right leg up off the ground, flex through that quad, pull through that left leg, and then plant both feet on the ground. We're going to drive up into our glute bridge. So make sure that your heels are right underneath your knees. Drive up through those glutes. So you're getting an opening in your hip flexors, your hip joints, but you're not overarching the back. Drive in through those glutes. Feel your knees pinch toward one another. And then let's take our arms all the way up overhead. Deep inhale here. And then keep the backs of your hands on the ground as you pull the elbows down toward your rib cage. And then back toward your heels. Your hands will go back toward your heels. Keep that core going strong. Inhale up. And then exhale, elbows draw down. One more. Inhale up. And then elbows draw down. Open that chest, squeeze those elbows in. Perfect. All right, drop onto those hips. Rock and roll yourself up. Let's come up to standing. Lean over those legs a second. Hinge into your right leg. So you're bending your knee, hinging to the right side. And then hinge into the left, straightening your right leg now. One more time each side. And then we're going to take our deep yogi squat. Back to the left. So squat it down nice and deep. Sometimes I kind of have to start on one side and then the other. If you weren't able to do this, hopefully you're getting closer and closer. I definitely used to have my challenges, but we're getting there. And once you can get those heels all the way on the ground, get those knees nice and wide, it's an awesome pose. Feels so good on your back, on your hips, your knees, your ankles, calves, all of it. Okay, so we're going to be on a timer today. 40 seconds of work and then 20 seconds of transition. And then depending on kind of how we're feeling, I'm holding open the possibility for some sort of little interim in our 20-second transition. As I said, I haven't really done a lot of these before, so we're going to find out how it really works. I have two different sets of weights, got some 10s and 15s, and then based on how I'm feeling and how things are going, I will add up or take away. So you're just going to start with one weight. You're going to hit up a static lunge, an isometric lunge, right? So you're going to grab your lunge, contract deep through the legs, and for 40 seconds, we're going to rotate that weight around the upper thigh. I'll probably go about, 5 to 8 one direction, and then 5 to 8 the other. So right now, this is feeling pretty easy, but I think once I'm down there for about 40 seconds, it'll start burning through that thigh. So I might go to 15 just for arms. Then we'll have our 20 seconds of break, then we're going to do the other side. Okay, from there, we're going to go into an iso squat. Okay, so you're going to squat with your knees nice and low, and for 40 seconds, we're going to rotate the same direction. And then for 40 seconds, we're going to rotate the opposite direction. Again, that isometric contraction, sitting nice and deep into those legs, holding the core, and we should be burning out. After that, we're going to do a lunge and a lift. So we actually have done these before. You're going to take a pretty wide base of support. You're going to pivot, lunge to one side, using the core, press up to the other. Lunge and lift. Lunge and lift. So 40 on one side, 40 on the other. Next up, for sure, I will be using lighter weights for this. You're going to hit up a curl and then a front raise. So I'm going to use, my thumbs are going to be straight ahead, come to a front raise, and then you're basically going to do a clean, which is an upright row, flip, and press. Now, some of us might not press overhead, so you'll just do your curl, raise, upright row, and don't worry about your press. Okay, so just one round of that at 40 seconds. And then we have a glute bridge with a single arm press. So you're going to hold both weights. You can keep both feet on the ground, or I'm going to be lifting one. So if your left leg is lifted, then your right arm is going to be doing the presses. Then you'll switch to the other side. And then we're going to finish off with a plank set. So we're going to hit 40 seconds in a front plank, 20 on the side, 40 in the front, 20 on the other side. That's a round, and we're only going to go through 2. So without any further chitter chatter, I'm going to start with my 15 here. Gear up for that iso lunge. Make sure that the knees line with toes, drop nice and deep, ready, set, and go. So actually, I can just keep my eye on the timer. Pull that belly button in. Sink nice and low. So when we're halfway there, we'll change the direction of our arms, which way we're circling. All right, here we go. Other direction. Pull those shoulder blades together. The weight and that upper body hinging over that front leg should be building the burn nice and tight. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, we have our little interim. So I'm going to go ahead and hit a quick down dog. I'm not going to stay here the whole time because I want to be all set up for the next one. Or you can just take your full break. All right, gear up. Left leg forward, right leg back. Find that isometric contraction, and then take that weight around. Circling in deep. Wear those shoulder heads, pull them back, slide them down. Pull your belly button back. Wrap around that core. Sink it in deep, other direction on your weight. Drop it in. Try not to rise out of it. Open that chest, 3 seconds. Time. Whew. Shake out those legs. And hit that down dog again. Spread through that chest. Make sure the core is always staying strong. So now we're going to take that isometric squat. Circle that weight around your legs. 40 seconds, one direction. So you don't even have to really worry about how fast we're going. It's all about sitting in it, building the heat. Decide how bad you want it. Want that lactic acid buildup. Building mental toughness to not stop. Keep those knees lined with toes, sitting deep, and we made it. Whew. Tuck a knee in. Other leg. Tuck a knee in. Gotta make sure I remember which way I sent my weight. Okay, find that kind of narrow stance. Sit down, other direction. Can you tuck that belly button back toward the spine any deeper? We got to control the core to hold contraction and safety for that low back. 10 seconds. I am on fire. Sit back on those heels. Where's the core? Where's the core? Long back. Made it. Oh, whew. God, we're in arms next. Curl, raise, hitting up that clean, and then press. So your stance is important, your stack. Keep the core strong. Find your curl. Raise, thumbs come up. Now row and press. Curl. Front raise. Clean and press. It's all about keeping the body still by engaging the back and the core so you're not swinging around. Curl, front raise, clean and press. It's not a full clean because it's light, but that's okay. There we are. Okay. Now we're going to be in our glute bridge with those single arm presses. I think it'll be fun to hold our glute bridge for the 20 seconds between. So find your set. If your left leg is lifted, your right leg is pressed, or your right arm is pressing. Wrist stays right over that elbow. Don't forget. See if you can line your quads up. Belly stays strong. Back stays strong. Press through that tricep. You're engaging in the muscles on the back and the core for just that supporting side as well. And hold. Keep both hips up if you can. Otherwise, feel free to take a break. Keep your wrists strong. So rotate those knuckles to point up toward the sky. Next one, we have our right leg lifted, and we'll be going up and down on that left arm. Here we go. 40 seconds. Keep driving those hips. We've got it. Stay flexed into the core, flexed into that glute, quad on that lifting leg, and of course that tricep. We made it. All right, set your weights down, flipping over for our plank round. We're going to go forearms. Make sure that those elbows are just behind your shoulder heads. Ready, set, and go. Tuck the tailbone under. Flex and wrap through the thighs. You're really pushing in to the forearms and then pulling those forearms back toward the toes. We're here for our core. So find it. And get that core used to flexing all the time, supporting us no matter what we're doing, preventing and eliminating, turn to your first side. Our injuries, keeps the back happy, helps us, whatever we're moving, moving and shaking in our normal lives. If you'd like, you can lift your top leg off. Flex deep through those obliques. Back to center for 40 seconds. Tuck it under, flex it in. If you feel like a plank hits your shoulder a lot, try to find that press into the elbows and then the flex to kind of dome into that upper back. At least for me, that kind of helps take it out of the shoulders and place it more into that trunk. That's what we're going for. 3 seconds. And then rotate. If you'd like, lift that top leg. The goal here is to get those hips up, right? Try not to let them sag toward the ground. 3, 2, and 1. All right, quick child's pose. And then we're going straight into set 2. Isometric lunge with the rotation around your leg. All right. Ready? Get us restarted here. Get your lunge set up. One knee forward, one leg back, and go. Lift that back leg barely off the ground. Belly button pulls back, tucks in. Try to find that uncomfortable. Push yourself into movements and angles other direction that your body's not quite used to. That's why usually when you first start a new workout program, you find a lot of change, a lot of results, a lot of difference in the way your body feels really fast, because it kind of freaks out and alters itself to adapt. All right, get a quick down dog if you'd like. Really pedal those feet. Let's see, left leg was forward last time. Let's put our right leg forward this time. Here we go, sink deep and go. Back is flat. Keep your knee right on top of that ankle. We're sitting deep into that leg. You build the heat, it's up to you. Other direction. Got to really watch my back, my upper middle back wants to round in. Whew. Heat it up, belly strong, and time. Hit that down dog. Noodle legs. All right, we're gonna have our squat rotating around this time. 3, 2, and 1. Sink it around. How low can you sit that booty? Belly strong. Feel your upper middle back flex in. Burn is good. Sit into it deeper. Deep breaths. Keep it even. Oh, time. Woo. Shake those legs out. Okay, toes straight ahead. And go. Other direction. Train yourself to scan the body. Starting with your face, your head, your jaw, neck, shoulders, back, trunk, torso, core. hips, glutes, thighs, knees, calves, ankles, toes, heels, and then start over. I kind of check in with that core and back a few times as I'm scanning. We made it. Pedal out those legs. Okay, moving into the arms. Curl, front raise, clean, and press. Or upright row. You can skip the press. Curl, raise. Row it up, press. Stance and stack are what we're going for. Chest is up, squeezing shoulder blades together. Curl, front raise, elbows come up first, press overhead. Keep it going. 3 seconds. I'm going to finish my last. Oops. I forgot last set. There it is. I'll get a little thrown off sometimes. Okay, glute bridge. Single leg, single arm. If your right leg lifts, left arm presses. Again, scan that body. Check in with your wrists, shoulders, back. Are your hips level? Are you flexing as much as possible? How's the low back? Feel the work. Stay with it. Time. Hold those hips up if you can. Slide those shoulder blades down. Flex into the back to help support the weight. Lift your left leg. And go. Right arm. Hang on to it. Check in with that supporting arm. Keep it over the shoulder. Punch into that right leg. Time. All right. Weights go down. Gear up for our plank. Get a quick stretch. 7 seconds. Starting with our front plank. Ready and go. Deep, even breaths. Focus on the heat, the flexion. Don't back out of it. We're at the end. Make the last few seconds count. 4 seconds. Remember your goals. Turn. Find that side plank. Open up. The hips need to be nice and high. Super high. Flex into the back to help support. 3, 2, 1. Back to center. You're doing it right if you want it to be over already. Hang on to it. Find your determination. You're here. Just finish it out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Rotate to that other side. Stack your shoulders. Stack your hips. Find those obliques. Front of the belly draws back. Time. Whew. All right. Well done. Hinge it back. Good work, good work. Take a nice long child's pose. Really reach those arms out in front of you. Get your elbows up off the mat. So you're still engaging the arms, but feel those shoulders slide down. Armpits hollow out. And then let's sit up onto our haunches, right? So if you're in your child's pose, just come up onto your knees and take your left leg out away from you. Start with your foot on the ground, toes straight ahead. I'm going to curl my toes under on my left leg and then see if you can just slowly sit back. Keep your toe on the ground as much as you can for now. Maybe still pull those arms out in front. And then let your toe on that extended leg, that left leg, come up. So now the knee and the toes are pointing toward the ceiling. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and sit down on our booty. So you're going to uncurl the toe in the back. That leg's just going to come under into your groin. So now we're seated down, and I want you to twist over that left leg. Strap may help, or a towel or a rag, whatever. Grab your shoestrings, but kind of try to twist over that leg, pushing the back of the knee into the ground. Should feel a good stretch along that lat on the right. Relaxing your neck. And then, of course, your inner thigh and the hamstring on that extended leg. All right, coming up, go back with both knees together. Hit your child's pose once again. Big toes together, knees nice and wide. Reach those arms out nice and far. Sliding those shoulder blades down. All right, and then come up onto the toe again on your left side, and then you're going to extend your right leg out. Start with your foot on the ground, toe straight ahead, and then just sit it back. Reach your arms out in front. So this ankle is tighter for me. It's harder for me to get my whole foot on the ground. And then rotate your toe on the right side up. So your knee and toe are pointing up. And then keep stretching. Lean and twist and tuck and point, whichever way feels really good for you. I just had this conversation with a couple different people yesterday that, everybody's body, their structure and connections and just, makeup is different than everybody else's. Okay, so pull that left foot under, sit all the way back. So you need to kind of try to find within our stretching what feels good for you. Maybe you feel better bending the knee just a little bit, keeping both legs extended, one leg turned a different direction, whatever. So as far as stretching goes, in my opinion, there's not too much you can do except for overstretching or pushing yourself or forcing yourself to go past a point of safety. Perfect. Then circle around. We're going to put both legs straight in front. Lift those arms up nice and high, and then reach over both outstretched legs. Again, if you want to grab a strap or a towel, sometimes that helps a lot. So for now, pull the chest up and pull it forward. So keep it high. A couple more breaths, and then round and tuck it under. So you should feel a lot more in your back now. Upper back, shoulders, neck. Can kind of feel it run all the way down my spine into my tailbone. All right, and then come up. Take your right leg and you're going to cross it back. So the heel, your right heel is going to be back by your left hip, and hopefully your right knee can stack almost completely on top of your left knee. And then you're going to lean forward again. Pull that left toe up. Hopefully knee and toe are facing straight up. So this you should feel stretch all along the underneath side of that left leg. I can feel it into the bottom of my foot, but then I also feel a little bit in my right glute and through my back. All right, let's come up, switch to that other side. Right toe comes up, your right leg straight ahead, left leg crosses over your left heel. It's near your right hip, and then stretch over. Okay, wow, this leg is a lot tighter. Breathe into it. Great work, everybody. You did it. Again, you made it back to your mat. You put forth effort. You did a few funky things this week. We'll bring back some of our normal, old school moves that we're used to for next week. Bring both legs together. So you're going to try to push yourself up onto your hands. Your butt's up off the floor. You're pushing onto your hands. And then start walking your knees forward. So you're on your toes, your heels come up, knees walk forward. Let your knees hopefully maybe even hit all the way to the ground. Then open your chest. You can keep your chin in or let your head drop back, up to you. As always, I love feedback. I'm here for you, trying to send things your way that help motivate you, keep you moving, going, engaged mentally and physically. Hinge over those legs. I hope that you found somebody to take along your fitness journey with you all year long. And I will see you next time for day 16. Keep it going.